because I think that what you're doing in Yassi is, is building a center. I mean, your definition of center and periphery had to do with, access to means of production and access to means of distribution. And I think that is precisely what is happening in Yassi, and on their own terms, and a very tactical use of an institution such as Documenta, which you could easily sort of describe as a monster. But I think the Georg Scholhammer project, what it's doing, in sort of like bringing together these regional networks of magazines and writers and artists and curators, is actually also producing sort of like this access to means of production and means of distribution. So I think this is where I would like to shift the attention to, this technical use of periphery in order to become a center, in a sense.
I was going to stress that it is a positive example to think about something beyond center and peripheries, and think about networks. This is your strategy and your tactic, it seems, is to think about the productiveness of the network, to think about non-representational democracies and other kinds of models which lie outside of what Sergio described as a kind of outmoded way of thinking about cultural production in colonialist terms. Think about actually, I suppose, globalized processes which are built around networks themselves and the implications of that for curating.
I think that network, we understood that we created this horizontal local network, and in 2006 we organized trips. We've been to Kiev, we've been to Odessa, we've been to Belgrade, to Novi Sad, to Pristina, to Plovdiv, because we don't know about each other too many, because we're watching West. We are looking to West, to look at them, to behave. And we discovered we have so many things in common. And now we're exchanging artists because of Scandinavian money. We apply to Nordic Council of Ministers, and there is this regional network between Platform in Istanbul, the Vector in Iași, and Kuda.org in Novi Sad. So it's a triangle of residency programs for the artists from the region. And of course, most of the artists, the first level of the applicants wanted to go to Istanbul. Istanbul is like a shining star. But not so many like from England, because Istanbul is quite close and the life is not very different. But we had another kind of artists which wanted to come to Iași to see, do we have a industrial heritage from communist times? Can we compare the way like the factories were built in the 60s in Serbia or in Romania? How the train stations were built in these countries after the Second World War? We have documentations on this because one Serbian artist was interested in this. We were publishing, for example, theater pieces as art, assumed as art projects, and we produced them. We were happy that we had the money to pay a playwright to write this and to promote, and it's printed in books. So, and it's translated, so that we are translating this in the local languages, not only in English. We are planning to translate, if we will do a magazine, one issue in Serbia, it will be in Serbian language too. Also to respect this local communication. Yeah. So network is very important.
I was just going to say, will you drop the periphery as well then? You'll drop the idea of the periphery as well.
Yes, everybody's frustrated somehow because, yeah, there is a lack of resources. Some of us, yes, we would say we must be happy because you see, now is this Brussels money coming over us. It's Brussels money. We have to eat the same table with forks and with a knife, so we have to do the same, to respect the same rules of the game. But in the meantime, there is a complex phenomena. Yes, as I said, economy is growing. And we have a middle class now. We had an upper middle class, and this upper middle class wants to have prestige. And because they have cars, houses, everything, they saw the world, no problem. So now they want prestige, and prestige is to be surrounded by art and artists. So there is a demand for art for contemporary art, and we have these new galleries appearing, contemporary art galleries. We have 5, 6 galleries. Can you imagine a Romanian gallery, 2 years old, is in Armory Show now? Because why? Because it's a philanthropic guy who is supporting the gallery. And this, what is happening, I don't know what, but somehow we feel that this spirit of black and white printings with no advertising, with critical text, who will take care of it in our context? This is a problem because this market coming, banks already started to develop collections. So it's something new. We are, as I said to somebody 2 days ago, we are lambs on a plastic hill, eating green plastic grass. So we're like lambs. We don't know what's happening. Probably we'll learn in the next 20 years what happened to us and how we lost a generation of artists who jumped directly into the market, forgetting about doing more domestic things and forgetting about being critical and self-aware of their context. It's a strange situation. There is money, but also I think that the discourse is shifting from the